Dear readers, I found this message from El Moria that must have been written years ago. The information makes much more sense in today's world than it did then. The truth is that which does not change. However, truth is more easily understood by a reality on the cusp of return to a higher dimensional expression. Many of our Earth Masters are feeling the pull of New Earth, for you are, indeed, moving into a frequency of reality that is not adhesive to such low frequency patterns as the third dimension. The higher levels of the fifth dimension create continuous, circular, and infinite energy patterns that expand and transmute. On the other hand, the lower frequencies of the third and fourth dimensions create energy patterns with progressive interruptions as the energy field travels down the frequency range into the third dimension. These interruptions occur because humanity's thought forms of time create the illusion of space between the manifestations of light. In reality, time and space are one, and are only perceived as two different dimensions through your third-fourth dimensional consciousness. It is only via the perceptions of your multidimensional self that you can perceive these interruptions as portals. The reason for this discrepancy is that your third-dimensional consciousness searches outside of yourself and into the 3D matrix to find reality. On the other hand, your awakened, multidimensional consciousness seeks to find reality within yourself who is within the One. These inner portals are interdimensional pathways through which your expanded consciousness can travel free of all the energetic barriers of the third-dimensional matrix. You can, and often do, explore these portals with your consciousness while your physical earth vessel is sleeping, meditating, or involved in a calming, creative act. In this manner, your higher consciousness can experience lifetimes of interdimensional travel, in what appears to your third-dimensional earth vessel as an eye blink. Once you are aware that you are having the experience of interdimensional realities, you reach a threshold in your ascension process. This threshold represents your dedication to the process of ascension, for you will need to continue the process of opening these inner portals while in the midst of your daily life. In other words, you must learn, which is actually remember, how to live in two, or more, realities at once. The experience of multiple realities starts with the main reality, being on third-dimensional Earth. Then, gradually, you become confused as to which reality is your main reality and which reality you are just visiting. Of course, if you don't know which life you are in, you are functioning within your third-dimensional consciousness. When you are flowing within your multidimensional consciousness, your answer to that question is always, all of them. Once you can imagine that you are actually in all of the interdimensional realities that you are visiting, the concept of your main life begins to fade from your awareness. It is then that you fully remember that you are a multidimensional consciousness exploring many realities within the now of the One. The lower worlds of the third and fourth dimensions are especially difficult to visit. For one thing, these realities may or may not be enjoyable. Furthermore, while in the lower worlds of the third and fourth dimension, you can forget that you are pure consciousness. If you forget that you are pure consciousness, you can become trapped within the 3D matrix. Fortunately, the higher frequencies of multidimensional light and unconditional love through which Earth is now traveling are entering your third eye and high heart. Hence, every day, more and more of you are awakening to your true, multidimensional self. As this higher energy opens your third eye and high heart, your multidimensional consciousness and unconditional love greatly expand your powers of perception and manifestation. The multidimensional light assists you in holding a form in your thoughts, which you will fill with unconditional love to bind the molecules of life to the structure of that form/matrix. You needn't worry about your negative, low-frequency thoughts moving into the higher worlds, for they only resonate to the third and fourth dimensions. However, the higher dimensional energies will highlight thoughts, emotions, and behaviors that will need to be released in order for you to flash your old carbon vessel into your true light body. Fortunately, you are working in tandem with Gaia, who is also transmuting her energies to that of the fifth dimension and beyond. Therefore, when you ground your consciousness in her planetary body, it calibrates your vibration to that of the ascending planet. Furthermore, When you merge with Gaia, you tune into the growing mass of multidimensional thoughts and emotions of all the other ascended masters within a clay form. Therefore, through your physical being, you are remembering to perceive daily life through the higher perspective of your multidimensional self. The more you allow your imagination to see that which is beyond the perception of your clay form, the more you will activate your multidimensional abilities. Trust what you are experiencing, and release the old programming of a frightened and controlled 3D world that told you it was crazy, wrong, unscientific, or blasphemy to perceive the higher realities. You are moving into the 5th dimension now, and all the rules under which you lived while in your 3D life are extinct. If you focus now on exploring and practicing your expanded abilities, as well as staying in constant contact with your higher dimensional guides and expressions of self, your ascension process will become a normal part of your daily life. In closing, I ask you to listen to the voice within above all others and run everything through your high heart. If the energy does not feel right, do not proceed. If it feels like unconditional love, move into and embrace that energy. Remember that you can talk to any of us in the higher frequencies of reality. Just call on our assistance, and we will joyfully assist and/or instruct you. After all, you are our family members who are visiting a lower frequency of reality. We await your return with open hearts. Of course, we know you are returning here, for in our reality, you have never left.